The Witcher Season 1 and 2 explain. Witcher Season 1 and 2 were wild. Everyone's favorite book and video game series turn show was filled with twists, turns, and plenty of plot lines. The Witcher's second season was even more ambitious than the first and the finale. Family were no different. In this video, we take a brief look at Witcher and explain the ending. Stay tuned. The Witcher Season 1 ended with the Battle of Sodden Hill, the culminations of each of the main characters' timelines, despite a supposed apathy towards the ongoings of the politics and wars of the world. Yennefer takes part in the Battle of Sodden Hill, choosing to fight against Nilfgaard after being convinced by her former teacher Tissaia to take a side. During the battle, Yennefer releases a wave after wave of powerful magic before eventually disappearing without a trace. Meanwhile, Geralt finds himself in Cintra during the Nilfgaard invasion. He attempts to invoke the Law of Surprise in order to protect Ciri, but is captured and imprisoned when Ciri's grandmother, Calanthe, decided she is not ready to give her granddaughter away. Despite this, Geralt escapes, unaware that Ciri has done the same. Ciri evades capture and reveals her power, meets Dara, and eventually ends up alone once more. She is given shelter in a nearby farm before finally making her way into the woods, where she and Geralt officially meet. Season 2 mainly focuses on Ciri and her trying to learn more about herself and her lineage, while different factions hunt for her. The northern kingdoms are victorious against the southern invaders, thanks to the stand taken by the mages. Geralt is informed by Yennefer's mentor Tissaia that she perished in the conflict. Heartbroken yet stern, he leads Ciri to the Witcher stronghold of Kaer Morhen. After a deadly detour owing to a creature known as a Bruxa, the duo arrives at their destinations and Geralt rekindles with his wintering brethren along with his mentor Vesemir, the oldest Witcher alive. Meanwhile, Yennefer is alive and taken hostage by the Nilfgaardian mage, Fringilla Figo, and her remaining army. Before they can go much further, they are kidnapped by the Elven King, Filofandrel, and escorted to a secret dig site. There, they are introduced to the elves' new leader and sorceress, Francesca Findabair. Discovering a secret passageway, she takes two hostages into a mysterious-looking hut, where they all have different visions triggered by a strange witch called the Deathless Mother. Post the visions, Yennefer awakes in a forest to find out that Francesca, who is pregnant, has allied with the elves, with Fringilla and Nilfgaard due to what they saw in their respective visions. They plan to head back to Cintra as Yennefer escapes. Discovering that she has lost her power, she eventually returns to Aretuza, the former school of magical training, and meets Tissaia. Back at Kaer Morhen, the Witchers come face to face with a nasty shock when one of their own, because of being infected, transforms into a tree-like creature called Leshy. Geralt is forced to kill him, and Vesemir vows to understand how a creature can cause mutation in a Witcher. Ciri begins to train in combat, and Geralt reveals to her that he knew her parents. He also suspects that she may have inherited strong magical powers from her mother. Geralt invites a friend, mage Triss Merigold, to come to Kaer Morhen and train Ciri to control her magic. Ciri is determined to travel to Cintra and wreak havoc upon the Nilfgaardians. Once there, Ciri reads Yennefer's mind and realizes her plan is to release the Deathless Mother. Ciri raises an alarm, and fortunately, Geralt arrives in time to take care of the situations. Elsewhere, Francesca gives birth to the first elf in centuries, but the baby is mysteriously assassinated. The murder piques the negativity which the Deathless Mother needs to feed on, and she is revealed to be a demon, Volethmir, the monster responsible for killing the first Witcher, who is now able to escape from her prison and possess Ciri. Ciri, possessed by the demon, starts killing Witchers in their sleep at the stronghold. She then discovers a monolith within the structure and summons monsters directly into Kaer Morhen. Yennefer and Jaskier try to find a way to expel Volethmir from Ciri as Geralt and Vesemir try to contain her. Meanwhile, the remaining Witchers battle the influx of creatures. Yennefer realizes her mistake and apologizes to Ciri, offering her body to the demon instead. Volethmir is expelled from Ciri's body and possesses Yennefer. Ciri portals herself, Geralt, and Yennefer to a mysterious world where the demon is forced to leave her new host. Hoping the battle is won, the trio is confronted by the Wild Hunt. This group of skeletal mythical beings travel through worlds, terrorizing people, but they covet Ciri's elder blood and her powers to control gateways between realms. Their leader announces that she belongs with them, but before the Hunt can capture Ciri, she teleports them back to Kaer Morhen. Yennefer discovers that she has regained her magical powers as Geralt speaks to Vesemir about Ciri's safety. Enraged at her baby's death, Francesca starts killing human babies in Redania. Meanwhile, Cahir back with Fringilla reveals to her that Nilfgaard's Amhir aka the White Flame, is set to visit Sintra. However, Fringilla senses her hold on Nilfgaard loosening, so she eliminates her objectors and threatens Cahir to vouch for her. Istred, meanwhile, reveals the nature of Ciri's elder blood to Francesca, who realizes that she is the elf's final hope. Season 2 ends when Emhyr arrives and is revealed to be none other than Ciri's father, Duny, the man Geralt had saved years ago from Ciri's grandmother. He admits that he had Francesca's child murdered and orders his soldiers to arrest Cahir and Fringilla. Well, that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you for watching.